Hey everyone, AstroNerdBoy here. All right, so this is my first ever stream where I'm not playing a game. I'm just yammering, doing whatever, and that, as they say, is that. I'm playing around with. If you see, it says StramYard, powered by StramYard, because I'm playing with the free version. Most people who do streaming use this. So like the folks at Geeks and Gamers, Critical Drinker, um, lots of other people do use StreamYard, and I wanted to go ahead and do it. Now, if I had a camera, of course, you would see me as a camera, my camera image instead of just my avatar with stupid stuff going over it. But so anyway, play some music here because I need to get said I see why they have producers these bigger streams like Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers. Let's see here. So I'm going to do a proper video about this in a bit, but there we go. All right. So I'm going to do a proper video about this at some point. Todd Decker says I'm here as requested. I appreciate it. Thank you. So anyway, I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do a proper video I'll put up on the channel to record this little deal here. But this is from Robert's Anime Corner Store. This is something, if I was paying for StreamYards, I could actually make the video within the stream and do it. But since I'm not going through OBS, it's not so easy. Give me a second here. Well, let's see. Where's the mute? There it is. Give me a second. Okay. Could have put the music on. But anyway. All right. So, this is talking about Crunchyroll and their Blu-rays. And basically, it seems the speculation is the strategy is going to be they're not going to put Crunchyroll's not going to repress all the older DVDs or Blu-rays from Funimation. They're going to let them go out of print, and further, they're only certain ones will they allow to repress, and then like with the Yu Hakusho 30th anniversary box set, they only put out a limited number on their in the pre-order, and if you didn't get them, well, you're SOL. And pretty frankly, I think that's kind of garbage. I honestly, I don't get the logic behind that. I really don't. I mean, you're leaving a lot of money on the table in my mind if you're just going to, put out a limited. I get the Japanese do limited releases all the time. I get it. You put out a few, but there's nothing that special about this release other than the 2 OVAs. There's nothing special. It's pretty much what was already released on Blu-ray, according to everyone who I've talked to. And quite frankly, that's the box set itself is nice, but it'll take up less space than all the old DVDs I had, which I'm not going to get rid of. I'm missing one still. I'd love to be able to get just to have the old boxes back, but that aside, Yeah, I'm definitely. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. To me, to be honest, I think Crunchyroll didn't expect the Yu Hakusho pre-orders to go out, and I'll be honest, I did not expect to pre-order it. I don't normally pre-order stuff. In fact, I never pre-order. Once in a blue moon, I will, but I don't know what prompted me to do that. I think in this case, I felt that I wanted it on release date, and the only way to get it on release date was to pre-order it. So I actually pre-ordered it way back. I'm like, yeah, there was no chance I was not going to get this Blu-ray set, even though some people were saying, well, it's probably no different than the previous Blu-ray set, only it's just got two additional OVAs, and they were correct. But like I said, my DVD collection is such that I am missing two. No, not two. Sorry, I'm missing. I think it's part two of the Dark Tournament. Not, is it Dark Tournament? Something like that. I'm just now rewatching all this stuff now. It's the first major tournament that they go into. I know Ginkai did a small one in the first season. I will tell you, the watching the Blu-rays, it's it's probably been about 12 years since I last watched the series. And so there's a lot of stuff I'd forgotten. I had actually in my mind merged Yusuke's mom with what's his face, Kuraba. I'm saying his name wrong. I have to make sure I get those right. Uh, with his sister, who was played by Orikasa Ai, who's the voice of Ryoko in the Tenchi franchise and still is. They're both very similar characters, except that Yusuke's mom is a drunkard, and Kuraba's sister actually has some sort of she has some abilities, some supernatural abilities to be able to sense things, and so she's a chain smoking, almost delinquent like her little brother, but with some air of responsibility. So, but anyway, yeah, that's Yu Hakusho. But like I said, I'll do a little video in the normal style that I do when I get around to uh well, after this stream. I may need to let's see. I may need to hmm. The bad thing about now, I don't know how many more options I get with Streamlabs, but the bad thing about Streamlabs, like I could do different scenes. This is more like for people and then sharing a website or sharing a video. Whereas, I could like step away. Um, well, I guess. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm back. Doing a check. Yeah. All right. I'm back. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this silliness. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I know where it's at. I got a new PC as well, and the drives are different. Interesting. Interesting. Where did I put? Oh, it's on this. I remember now. I put a bunch of stuff when I reinstalled OBS into the. Let's see. Excuse me. Kind of neat. I've never used this one before. There's I can't remember what the site is. I have to go look for it again. But there is a site that will allow you to get videos that you can use as background fodder and stuff. And I've seen a lot of other streamers do it. Interesting. So there's no way to loop this. Okay. See, I'm learning. Like I said, I'm just learning. It's kind of a bummer. Because in OBS, I can set up to loop if I wanted to. We'll make it go again. This song sounds like whack. This is the cool song. And then the music you can loop. There's a lot of stuff I can't do. Ooh, I wonder. Let me see. Oh, on the free version, it is allowing me to. Interesting. So I can put my own custom video here. Yes, the free version in the first tier of the regular version that you pay for are 720p. So I got to look at the pricing. I know Critical Drinker only pays for the first tier. get this. Oh, okay. Gotcha. The song is called Feeding the Ducks, by the way. All right. So, topic number 2, Shogun. Now, there's a new series, miniseries coming out soon. I've been reading the novel. I'm a little over halfway done. If you've seen the 1980 miniseries or read the book yourself, where I'm at is, let's see. Where I'm at is the, I didn't advertise this stream. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, let me go back to my deal there. There we go. So anyway, Shogun, the series, the original 1980 miniseries was one I really loved. There's absolutely no doubt. I loved that. I didn't see it for years. Probably, I think the first time I saw it was when I came back from Japan and it was on some cable channel. And so I went and looked and watched it, and it was like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty cool. And then I bought it on DVD, and now on Blu-ray. And as an adaptation from what I've read, it's it covers it's how do I want to say this? It's an adaptation that is the story beats are there. It doesn't ramble. The book rambles, which is ironic. Excuse me. It's ironic, considering that I'm a rambler myself. But but the story just rambles like crazy. And what I mean is, if you watch the miniseries, most of the stuff is from Blackthorn's point of view. It's following him around. Occasionally, because of plot reasons, it will stop and check in on X or Y or Z, but it doesn't linger on X or Y or Z. And the book will take some, like early on when Blackthorn is first, washed ashore and brought into one of the houses in Anjiro. He, one of the old ladies in the house wants to know how big his freaking wieners gets because he's a foreigner. And by George, she's going to know before she will know her answer somehow or another. And I mean, that's like 2 pages of this discussion, if I recall correctly. It's like, what does any of this have to do with the plot? It doesn't. And unfortunately, that the novel is full of that crap. I mean, it is full of just like, yeah, let's discuss X that has zero relevance to the plot for about 2 or 3 pages, and then we'll get back to the story. And it's like, seriously. So all that stuff getting cut, absolutely. It's all garbage. I mean, that's just woof. It really adds. I mean, you could say it adds local color a bit, and I wouldn't disagree from a certain perspective. But to be honest, it is just I don't know. It's just pointless is what it is. So anyway, oh man, my head hurts. I'm also having to do some work, so I apologize in advance. Oh man. But there's other than my buddy Todd, there's not really anyone here. Speaking of, are you going to review the novel? That is the plan, yeah. I'll probably do the review in terms of comparing it to the original 1980 miniseries, is what I'll probably do. I love working on my day off. That's all right. But anyway, talking about the 2023 version, I think it's gonna be difficult for me to get used to this new kind of cast. Toranaga in the original was older than this guy. Blackthorn. Well, let's face it. The original Blackthorn. I can't think of the actor's name. I mean, he was he was an American. He was an American as all get out with his 1979 haircut. Kashigi Yabushige. Oh man, they're renaming these people. All right, this 2023 version is this is what my concern was. The original tried to be faithful. All right, sorry, I'm yeah, it's Kasigi Yabu. I don't know, man. These name changes are not sitting well with me. Yabushige's Kosho? The heck is that? Takemaru? That's not a character. Kiyama was one of the Christian samurai, so but the rest of the name does not look right. Kashigi Omi, he is correct. Ishido's Gray Kosho? What the frack? Chio? There's no Chio in this that I remember. Yaichiu Nakamura? Who the heck is that? Shizu no Kata? Who the heck is that? Muraji is a character. I think they renamed him slightly in the original miniseries. I think they just called him Mura. Well, they may have called him Muraji. I wonder if Kiku, of course, Josen's in the novel. I don't remember him being in the 80 miniseries. Uejiro? No, that's not a character. And it hasn't shown up in the novels, at least. Salamon? That might have been one of the crew. Nah, that name is wrong. He's Yabu. Unless they're going with some of the novel, whatever. There was something else I noticed that was kind of pissing me off. This Father Rodriguez? No, there is no Father Rodriguez. There's Captain Pilot Rodriguez, and they're saying he's only in one episode. That's rubbish. Rodriguez was, especially early on, he was more of an integral part. I bet they're gonna have. I bet they're gonna. Man, they're gonna have him play the priest. Alvito's only in one episode. He's a freaking an essential character in the whole freaking series. Ishido's only in one. Maybe no. He should be in more than that. Vito though is a lot. No, there's Father Sebastio. I don't know who this Io is. Kiri no Kata. Toda Hiroshige. Where's Buntaro? There was no Japanese. Well, okay, there were some low level prostitutes, I guess. Young Hirumatsu. Ah, man, I initially, well, I was always suspicious, and I probably should do a video about this. When is this even supposed to slated to come out? The 1980 series. Like I was saying, I mean, they cut a lot of stuff out that didn't need to be in there from the books. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But when it comes to the changes that they made in the 1980 version, so far the only problems I've had is Yabu as a person. They don't quite. The actor who plays Yabu does a great job in the 1980 series. I'm not saying that. The script though doesn't go into his ambitions. They hint at that he's kind of treacherous, but they don't go into his ambitions, and they don't go into Toranaga-sama's constantly wondering when he's going to have to kill Yabu. Oh man, seriously, that is a thing that always goes on. General Hirumatsu early on is like, all right, you know what? You should just kill him. You can't trust him. He's going to, betray you. There's when they come back to Anjiro after escaping Osaka in the 1980 series, it's more Toranaga. Yabu is just Toranaga's underling, and Toranaga's there and making sure that Yabu's troops are actually more loyal to Toranaga than to Yabu, which is kind of hilarious. In the novel, his whole reason for inspecting the troops and giving a speech and all the other stuff is to keep Yabu off balance so that he doesn't have time to consider his situation and the fact that he could betray Toranaga to Ishido, and for possibly being able to keep the Kanto. When I say Kanto, in the book, they rename it to a Korean like name, Kwanto. It doesn't even make sense. But but anyway. Oh man. I've been coughing so much lately. My stomach muscles hurt like crazy. But anyway. Man. So anyway, I have major doubts about this new Shogun series. And considering how modern day um folks like to just change things just to change things and put their own stamp on it, which was not the purpose. The when you watch the stuff from the 1980 version, their stuff was respect the source material. And the only changes that they made were to mainly one was to keep the focus on Blackthorn, which makes sense. And some of the other stuff they didn't just capture, like I was saying, like the Yabu, some of the political machinations. I get why they didn't do that. I mean, you kind of really start getting into the weeds, and so they opted to keep it simple and just not get into the political weeds too much. So, I get that. And like the rescue of Rodriguez in the miniseries, they keep it pretty simple. I mean, Rodriguez gets washed overboard, the boat stops, they rescue him. Whereas in the novel, it's a Blackthorn has to save the ship first. He can't worry about Rodriguez. Because if he stops to worry about Rodriguez, everybody dies. So, he has to make the hard call to save Rodriguez and not save Rodriguez, get the ship into a place of safety from the storm, and then get Toranaga and the others to not Toranaga, but Yabu to help rescue. Rodriguez. And in doing so, help make a friend with Rodriguez, because Rodriguez comes out pretty. He's pretty injured. Everyone actually thinks he's dead, even Blackthorn, and he's basically Blackthorn is just like, I want to get the body and give him a proper burial. But Yabu finds him, and oh man, we go from there. Oh boy, my head hurts. Oh, I think I need to get something for it. Anyway, let me figure out what else I was gonna talk about. We'll put on feeding the ducks. Yeah, if I do more stuff, I'm going to let me go get something for my head. I'll be right back, and this song should go up again. All right. All right. Well, let's see. Man, got a headache. I'll take something for it though. Hopefully, I don't go yakking it up. Oh boy. Where? Oh yeah, I think no. Looks like your video file doesn't have a video track. What are you talking about? Hmm. I was gonna do. That's weird. Interesting. It doesn't like that either. Sorry, I'm well. Yeah, as live streams go, this is pretty crappy, but then again, I didn't expect anyone to show up, so I didn't treat it well. How interesting. Huh. It may be it may be Firefox. I may have to do this from Chrome or something. Apparently, Firefox has some issues. It's very interesting. But I was gonna talk about GXP and then play the GXP video, but yeah, it's not wanting to. Well, you know I can do. I've got skills. I have skills. Skills to pay the bills. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. And videos. There we go. Ooh, how interesting. How interesting indeed. So what I was going to do to get around the problem was put it in a browser, but no, the browser won't play it either. But it will play. Okay, let me. Let's see. Share screen. All right, window or screen. And let's see. There we go. Allow. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Yeah, kiss my butt. My bad thing is like, yeah, like when you're using this software, you have to kind of. When I do this in OBS, I can hide, the player. There's no way to adjust the screen so that like I'm blocking out the top and the bottom parts of the deal. But anyway, GXP, the OVA was getting 6 episodes, and the first one I think is coming out in March, and all the release dates were put out on the Photon Blu-ray release, which I need to watch Photon. Well, I have watched it. I need to rewatch it and review it. Do one of the Back to the Vaults blog posts. But oh man. Hmm. But I am looking forward to the new GXP OVA coming out. I unfortunately think it's going to have a high entry bar, though. I don't think it's going to be like the GXP TV series had a low entry bar. You didn't have to have watched Tenchi to get it. It helped a little bit. I mean, if you knew Tenchi, then you knew where Seina was, like at the beginning in the first episode. And you had some concept of GXP through Mihoshi, but and this guy, of course. But otherwise, you didn't. It was a pretty low bar entry bar, and now this new GXP is going to expect you to have read all the novels, which are quite a bit different from the GXP anime series. So, but I am looking forward to that. All right. What else is there? Excuse me. Ugh. Wow, this thing gets loud. So, I kind of touched all the topics I was going to touch. And if anyone, and thanks, Todd, by the way, for showing up and helping out. I mean, I'm not planning on doing a lot of these, and as I see. I don't know that anyone other than Todd ever showed up. I did see it at 2 one time, so there may have been someone who popped in and then left, which is fine. But I've got to finish watching the Trigun episode, which that series, I'm still on the fence about it. It's a total reimagination of the original Trigun, so it's not the same story. I mean, it's characters and situations. It's kind of like the Battlestar Galactica reimagining. Characters and situations, but that's it. But anyway. Well, we've been going at it for like 52 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and call it because, like I said, I've got work to do, and these people, it's gonna be kind of a late night, I'm afraid, but that's okay. But I want to also watch this episode and try to get a blog post done for it. But thanks, Todd, for coming by. I don't think anyone else did, which is fine. I don't post that much. I don't do that much. So, but I did say if I got 50 subs, and I'm actually stunned. Right now I have 59, so I'm actually stunned about that. But anyway, I appreciate everyone coming by who did, Todd, and especially. And sorry, I'm reading some chat from work, but anyway, yeah, I may do another one of these when I get to 100. I don't know. I guess it just depends. I'm surprised I got to 59, to be honest, because I don't have the time to post this stuff like I'd love. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming, and we'll see you next time.